Alright, we are back for game number 3 between Mousesports and Penta Sports. I think we've seen a lot in these two games thus far. You know, we've seen a very, I wouldn't necessarily say one-sided games. I think we've rather seen very well-balanced games, but Mousesports still very dominating in game 1, with a huge team fight from the Void, of course, and in game 2 we've just seen a lot of mid-game aggression coming out from Penta, and I guess we're sort of going for a little mix of both. We've seen the Queen of Pain from 9 now getting banned out, and instead of going for the Sven early on, Mousesports secure an early Necrophos, and Penta respond with Prophet, Pagna, Rubik. Prophet, Rubik, something they feel very comfortable with. I'm not sure if Rubik is something they're going to run long-term, or if it's because something, you know, they know that Pablo feels comfortable with. Either way, good pickups for them. They have a lot of ways to deal with the push. They have a lot of ways to deal with the Necrophos as a hero, thus far anyway. But they probably still need more physical damage, of course. Somebody to buy a Diffusal. Somebody to buy a goddamn Diffusal Blade. Mousesports supports, though, definitely a great combo. We've seen it in the first game, even though it didn't work out, of course, but still a lot of very potent combos that they can run. A lot of burst damage for the Reaper Scythe, of course, so this is already a promising start into the draft. Oh, that's not something I want. Let's go back with this. And every time I do this, third time's the charm. Actually, it's not even the charm, considering I did it again. Whatever. Mousesports. Oh, they actually don't have a lot of time left. That's not great. 13 seconds left. They still have, what, 2 picks and a ban to go through? Well, a pick of Mirana. So Thugs Mirana. Definitely more of a comfort pick here in this game 3. This is double elimination, so whoever loses this is not out of the qualifier just yet. This is the Perfect World European qualifier after all. Whoever loses this is still going to be in the lower bracket, but whoever wins this is going to be in the upper bracket finals, because this is the semifinals already. Whoever wins this will face the winner of, I believe it's Kinguin and... actually I have to check it. Kinguin and Hellraisers. Spiritbreaker is the pick for Penta. A very good pick here. Very good pick here. Very tanky hero, frontliner. A good initiator. Good ganking potential with the Prophet, of course. And yeah, both sides now banning out the carries that spelled doom for them in the previous games. So Penta don't want to give them the Chronosphere from the Void again. Of course, with the boat, with the A ultimate, even with the Starfall from Mirana and the Arrow, there's a lot of ways to follow up on a Chronosphere. Don't want to deal with that. And on Mousesports' side, the Wraith King, it wasn't necessarily something that sealed the deal by any means, but it was just still very annoying to deal with a hero that, even if you do bring him down, wasn't really going to do anything. And Mousesports immediately respond with the Chaos Knight. This was something they were prepared to pick, and regardless of what Penta was going to pick, they knew this was their hero. And Penta went with a Draw Ranger. Not the most traditional Draw Ranger lineup, but there are 4 ranged heroes in total. So this definitely can work. A lot of damage for Boogie in the lane to dominate, if they have the Spirit Breaker to help him out, of course. But the question is, can they, or can Mousesports weather the storm, rather? Of course, with any Draw Ranger lineup, you're probably aiming for that 20, 29, 30-minute game ending. And there's not a lot of deep push on Mousesports' side. Yeah, there's the Mirana Starfall. Yeah, there's the Kunkka. Even the Necrophos. But still, I do think that Penta has a very capable push here. And a lot of these spells, you know, the Starfall, even the Necrophos, they put themselves in sort of compromising position. It's very easy for them to get picked off, charged onto, lifted, whatever. And of course, with the Pagna ward, it makes it very difficult for them to sustain that deep push as well. So we'll see which team is going to succeed here. A lot of it will come down to the laning stage. Of course, that I guess accounts for every... Did he just pause in the middle of the screen? I guess they did. I thought for sure my game was broken. Sorry, bro. Alright, yeah. Again, you can say this about a lot of games, right? It's going to come down to the lanes, it's going to come down to the early game. But in this game, more so than ever, because the Draw Ranger lineup, they want to have a good start and then just go ham. They want to steamroll from the laning stage onwards. And Mousesports, they are equipped to take on this game a little bit aggressively with the heroes, so both supports running into one another yet again. Pablo has yet to place a ward, so does maybe next time. And looks like neither are going to place a ward. Alright. Lanes are pretty much as you would expect them. Though I think there's a reasonable, there's something there. I think there's a case to be made that they could have gone aggressive with Madara, AA, Kunkka. That's a lot of damage right there. Sure, lasting against the Draw Ranger is not easy by any means as a melee core, but you do have a lot of damage and a lot of ways to deal and kill. But of course, this is probably the safer option. Yeah, you guys in the chat already got it. You know, if one hero gets picked off, that's like a tower in most cases. Like, if you lose a hero in lane, that's like a tower in the early game. And this is just very difficult for Mousesports to approach, and that's why I think they need such a dominating start in this game in their laning stage. And they're well equipped to do so. Again, Thug on his signature hero feels very comfortable on the Mirana. They are equipped to do so, but it's not gonna be easy. Nice block coming out from Boogie here.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Let's look at the wards. Did one ward already get de-warded? I only see one ward. Or did he just place one here? Oh yeah, he did. Can't see it on the minimap, of course. Alright, let's see who's gonna win the last sitting one more battle in mid lane. Well, it's 2-0 Penta in the mid lane. Bottom lane, though, they're already playing aggressive on Boogie. With the minus armor from the Reality Rift, that's a lot of damage with the Chilling Touch on top as well. Well, Draw Ranger doesn't have an easy time against this Necrophos just yet either. Oh, mid lane? Oh, just do a little bit of harassment. Bottom lane looks like they're going to set up for a kill, though. Maybe next time. That's the issue with the skill build. With Torrent level 1, hitting that early on is going to be difficult, especially since Boogie does have the boots. But he's a little bit far out now. Torrent is not going to connect though. So overall, good start for the dire side in terms of last hitting. But of course, this is somewhat to be expected here, especially in mid lane with the Spirit Breaker being here. Cannot really trade against him either. And yeah, with level 1 charge, with level 1 bash, it's near impossible. Bottom lane, they know that Boogie's there, they're pinging it out. They're gonna go for this though. No, not with the creep wave. Not with the creep wave pushing. Oh, never mind, they're gonna go for it. I don't think this was worth it, Madara. Don't think this was worth it. That's 3 range creeps hitting you for free. And well, this laning stage already not going well for Mousesports. Penta just playing it well thus far. Necrophos can't really stay in lane too long, really. He got some initial assets, but of course with the Rubik being there, difficult. Oh, DNX, or DNZ, sorry, if he hits the bash. And he does get the level first hit bash. There's a charge on through as well. With that, they should be able to find the kill, and indeed they do! The first hit bash out of the Invis. Nobody would have expected it. I mean, well, it just straight up sucks if you're a Thug. You're like, god damn it. Bottom lane, can Mousesports find the return kill? Oh, Boogie's playing it very safe. Difficult, to say the least. Certainly without X-Mark. Even with X-Mark, the way he's standing so far behind, everybody else would have to go past the creep wave, and that creep wave just keeps on pushing out. I wonder DNZ. Where's he gonna go? He's being scouted by this ward. I think he thinks this is the safest spot for him. I think he expected a ward somewhere here because the Kunkka was there, and then he thinks this is pretty much the safest ward, safest spot for him to be. Maybe there's a ward here, maybe there's a ward here, but I just don't think you really expect this ward ever. Well, Thug is doing the best he can with the arrow, of course. It's a way of securing that ranged creep. Very much worth it to use that. Charge gonna cone through top, but again, Skylark sees it coming. Or does he? I mean, yeah, he definitely did. Mid lane, there's a torrent. Is there an X as well? There is. The X is just too short, but the torrent is going to connect with the arrow on top. Indeed, it connects. Prophet is going to TP, and I'm not sure he can prevent this skill from happening. They have to divert the Ottoman. Oh, the Crepify is going to keep him alive for now. With the Nether Blast on top of it as well, he does survive. In fact, salves up again as well. They can't get maybe next time, but they already did the damage. He survives with a very sliver of his life. And gives the lane to Pablo for experience now. Sure, Prophet had to TP in, but that's not an issue for them. That's kind of why they picked the hero, right? For him to be able to gank these lanes, help out these lanes. Charge. Cancel the charge. Leaving the Power Ranger on top now. That's fine. She needs level 6 anyway. Or any levels really. And she can deal with the Necrophos now. Treads make it a lot easier for her to last it. Not while I'm around. Thug is actually ahead in terms of experience. That's funny. And he actually drew even now in terms of last hits, pretty much. Maybe next time is here, back again. Does have an X. And is going to use it. Charge is going to come on through. TP from the Nature Prophet as well. Do they have a Sprout? They do. And they don't even need it just yet. They might still use it though. Well, that's I'm not sure if he's actually dead. They do have a look. No, he's dead. He's dead now. He's dead now. But I guess, you know, I guess he bought a little bit of time. I guess there's that. Thug, you know, he uses that time to farm. Necrophos level 4 in comparison to the also level 4 Prophet. Let's check net worth. Well, Prophet is still behind. Hasn't really been able to farm much. Has been trying to help out with kills, of course. But still doing quite fine for himself just now. Well, the question is, how are Mousesports going to react in this laning stage? Do they think this is fine the way it is going right now, or do they think we need to do something? I think for now they should feel fine. They need to get the armlet up on the CK before they can effectively really do anything. With the armlet though, I hope, or I think they should be looking for a kill. Though I'm sure that Penta is going to be very much prepared for that. They've been doing very well thus far. Spirit Breaker, if he sees the Skylark Necrophos, well, they're pinging it. Well, actually, that's his team pinging it. Skylark, he cannot be there. It's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet dies. They believe they scouted him out. Yeah, maybe next time scouted him out. Well, in the meantime, Prophet dies down here. Oliver gets the kill. I for sure thought they were going to fight top. Oh, maybe mid lane. The Caprify's there. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Holy hell, that's a lot of damage. And yep, that's a dead. Pot him. Didn't even need the Wrath of Nature. And like we mentioned earlier, as soon as one hero dies, that's a tower. Not a lot they can do here. Certainly not a support Kunkka. Level 3. No boat, no nothing. That's a second tower within a minute to fall. In fact, oh, maybe next time he's gonna get scouted out. And he's gonna go for the deny, doesn't get it. There's the lift as well, gonna lift him back up. There's no, well, there's a Decrypify, but there's no real follow-up either. Oh, sucky for now. Not enough. Oh, there was enough damage. 9 gets stunned up, but should be fine. Top lane is believe, yeah, they tried to initiate onto the Necrophos, but didn't really get anything done. Well, 8 minutes into the game, 2 towers have been taken. The Draw Ranger lineup strikes first, of course. this is the upper bracket. For all of those asking, this is the upper bracket of the Perfect World EU qualifier. So whoever loses this is still very much in the run for this spot. But of course, the competition doesn't get any easier at all. Rotation has been made to the bottom lane. They want to apply pressure to this tower now. Want to make sure they can get control over the jungle. Smoke in. They're gonna get scout out the Conker. Not necessarily a target they want, but it's a target they'll take. And Pugna gets that kill for free. Chaosnet immediately disengages, TP's out, and Spartan might just have to do the same. Don't think you should stick around, buddy. Don't think they're gonna scout him out either, but they have a scan, don't they? They could scan him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No scan. Alright. Third tower taken within the first 10 minutes. Somebody's playing, or somebody's doing their very late and very expired Battle Pass quests. Mousesports with a proper response, trying to push out the other waves, making sure that if they lose towers, at least they can sort of trade. But where's the trade? CK is not a tower hitter just yet. Potom isn't either, and this is a tier 2 being taken. 9.5 minutes into the game. Charge onto the. I thought it was the Kunko. It might have been him, and he just canceled it. Well, CK now. Oh no, never mind. Cannot even take his tower because Penta's gonna go high ground. Potom ultimate. The Torrent's gonna connect with the Reality Rift as well. There's a stun onto the Pugna as well, but it was only 1 second stun. Oh, and the Potom is silenced or is decrepified up. Is there another strike? No, he's not even level 6 yet. We're pushing high ground and we have heroes not level 6 yet on the pushing side. That's just the state of the game. Axe on the Oliver. Has to be careful. He has 6 charges though. Not sure he's gonna be safe though. Is there a Reaper Scythe? There is. It's gonna connect as well, but it doesn't get the kill. I mean, they do get the kill. Reaper Scythe doesn't. And looks like they're going to get this Spirit Breaker as well. There's no X just yet, but they're gonna slow him down. Reality Rift is gonna miss, but he's just taunting them. Torrent? Yeah, that's hit. Alright, that's 2 good kills for them. A bit ambitious by Penta to go high ground like that. If they have a level 6 Rubik, level 6 Spirit Breaker, maybe, but without those 2 crucial spells, I don't think they can afford to. And they do give away a little bit of gold. 1,000 in fact. Wow, that Jar Ranger must have had a huge bounty. I mean, I guess she is 3rd highest in net worth.
Out of my way.
Charge onto the Necrophos. The Nitrous Prophet is TPing as well. Sprout is going to connect. That's a Decrepify, and that's such a dead Necrophos. Are they going to get this Tonka as well? Nope. Still not level 6 on the Breaker. If he's level 6, that's another strike onto the Conker, and it's probably a kill. But I think they'll settle with the tier 2 for now. Though as I say that, CK is TPing in from the back line. Is he going to go for somebody? They want to fight this, it seems. And Torrent? Oh, charge on through. Oh, there's a Reality Rift. Only 1 second stun again onto the Pugna. Decrepifies himself and is going to go for the life drain. Probably doesn't. Oh no, it's a cooldown. Where was it? Spartan also dying in the meantime. Here. What did he use the life drain on? Did he use it before the Reality Rift and the stun? I guess. Interesting. Anyway, the Nether Strike currently onto the Thug. Marana, very likely to be dead. I wouldn't be surprised if Boogie just quickly turns around trying to go for a hit here before he continues focusing on Madara. Madara also just TP'd in, so there's no way of him escaping. There's a charge in 4 seconds. There's an arrow even. They're very well equipped to wipe them here. Necrophos, though, is already TPing back, so he's back and healthy. Reaper Scythe 9. Question, though, is anybody really low enough to actually get a Reaper Scythe kill? Doesn't seem like it. Well, while we're waiting, let's look at the net worth and experience graph. Experience actually still somewhat in favor of the Radiant, which I mean makes sense because Penta has been pushing a lot together as a team, more so than split pushing. Net worth, though, very much in favor of Penta, though. Again, with their lineup, I mean, A, it's to be expected to be ahead because they've taken all the towers, but B, the net worth advantage almost doesn't really mean a lot because they can just take objectives, even if they don't have the advantage. Oh, Hotep is gonna die! She was kept alive for just a little bit. The charge is gonna connect onto 2. They get the CK on top of it. Pablo, is he gonna turn around? He does. He cannot give the Reaper side kill away, and he does, keeping the Necrophos alive. Maybe that would have been a kill onto the Necrophos, and oh, Oliver still comes in. Is he gonna get in range for a Frost Arrow? Does not get in range. Boogie now has to be careful. A is gonna come in, has Cold Feet, and the A Blast gets a kill. Not with the A Blast, but Cold Feet enables it. So they trade 3 for 4, still a worthy trade for sure. But of course, for Mousesports, stalling the push has a value in itself. Though one begs the question: if Oliver had been part of the fight, how does that fight end? Like, it's probably very differently. Like, one silence alone could make a huge difference. If they had more damage at the end there, that's possibly a Necrophos kill again.
Bounty.
This is the upper bracket. Do I have to put it in the stream title? Fuck them, guys. I'll probably put it in the stream title next time, so people don't ask that question. You can also check it out on Liquipedia, by the way. But this is the upper bracket. Boogie. Well, there's a bit of an awkward phase in the game when you're drawing your lineup, when you've taken all the other towers. They have not taken all the other towers yet. There's still 2 to be taken. But, you know, there is an awkward stage where you don't really feel safe just forcing the issue just yet. But they have to. They're drawing your lineup, so they're just pushing. Prophet probably TPing in soon as well. And, yeah, Mousesports not set up to defend this. There it is, the Prophet TP. AA Blast is kind of nice, but it's like level 1 AA Blast. Doesn't really do much. And looks like they're going to go high ground. This time around, all of them are level 6. With the Nether Strike, there's much more kill potential high ground. You would think that doesn't matter, but it actually does. That's a very fortunate sentry placement and a very unfortunate observer placement. Kunkka looks like he's farming his level 6. He needs that level 6. They need the boat to fight, but he's going to TP in before that even. Oh, actually he hit level 6 still. Alright, timed it perfectly.
The seeds of fortune.
Penta, are they going to go for Roche first? With the DD they could be. They should, probably. And yeah, they are. No minus armor on anybody, but they don't really need it really either. They have the DD after all. And Spirit Breaker is going to divert them or going to attract the attention here. Make sure they cannot commit to this full time. Even buys back for this. The arrow is going to connect as well. Draw Ranger has to get the kill, but the boat is going to come in. It's a double kill in fact, and oh boy, Penta. They give away the Roshan, they give away the Aegis, and they give away 3 kills and a buyback, 4 kills now. This couldn't have been any worse for them, and suddenly Mousesports, they can take a tier 1 as well. They have the the Chaos Knight Illusion up as well. And with that, they should be able to get this tower. Prophet is still alive. That's a saving grace for Penta, because he can split and push these side lanes. Well, that was awkward, and I forgot to click on this goddamn fight recap, but we can make our own fight recap with, you know, the graph. I think this is very telling. Despite being behind, what, the 5 towers, they are pulling it back to being even in terms of net worth. Maybe next time it's being charged up. Doesn't have a TP, so he should be dead. Another strike on top. He even pops the drum charge. Alright. Yeah, Penta. Again, they just lack the damage for Roshan. If they have a medallion there, that's an easy Roshan. They maybe felt a little bit overzealous because of the DD. And it was just very unfortunate for them. But Mousesports, of course, seizing that opportunity, knowing that they can go for that fight, of course, with the boat that maybe next time so patiently waited for in the bottom lane. Gotta be careful. Do they want to take that fight? They have the Nether Ward up. Prophet can always TP in as well as Spartan. He's gonna walk into range, and indeed, he's gonna be the first target. Spartan immediately bursts it down. And with that, can they discourage Mousesports from defending this tower? Looks like they can. Charge is gonna come through to the Thug Murano. It's gonna connect as well. I'm not sure he has enough damage with the bash. Maybe he does. No, he doesn't have another strike. Another bash gonna come through as their Sprout forces up the leap. Oh, there's a support coming in, but they're not gonna get it. Rubik doesn't have a blink either. Oh, he scouts out though that they're going back in here. Do they have the sentry or any sort of reveal? They don't just yet. And in fact, Jarranger has to be careful. Behind her, the CK is immediately going to initiate on top of her. There's a Decrypify, but with the AA Blast and the Reaper Scythe, I'm not sure that was the right decision. I guess it was. Still alive, but not anymore. And with all the damage gone, they have to disengage now. Thug, in fact, even gets a kill into the Spirit Breaker. Rubik has to be careful not to be the next target, but there's not a lot of catch right now. Though the slow Kunkka is coming in. Nah, not gonna get it. Weird decision from Penta to force or look for a fight there. They should have just focused on the tier 2 after they took out the AA, I believe. Yeah, if they get that kill into the Mirana, that's great, but after, or considering Spirit Breaker didn't have Nether Strike, that was never going to happen. Well, now Penta is in this awkward position where, you know, they're behind, and they still need to push an outer tower. They can't really siege high ground just yet either, because they're behind by this much, and the CK is unstoppable for them. Did of course go for Midas. Midas Armlet almost has a Manta style as well. And with that, it's going to be very difficult for him to bring, very difficult for Penta to bring him down. Let's look at some of the other items. So we have Dragonlance on Bottom. Has had it for a while now, which that's a Diffusal Blade queued up against the Pugna, of course. A defensive hood on onto Skylark. I doubt he's going to turn it into a pipe. Could turn it into a pipe if he wanted to, but actually, did he already? No. What else? Glimmer Cape, we talked about this. Orchid Soon and the Prophet. Not sure that's going to do much in this game. Yeah, it's nice against, you know, the Potom, of course, and the Necrophos as well, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to change the flow of the game. It's not even necessarily great in teamfights either. For pickups, it's great, but for teamfights, we'll see. He's doing the right thing, making sure that this lane is staying pushed out, so, well, Mousesports still have a huge creep wave, of course, but this way, the push is going to end after this creep wave dies. And suddenly it's Penta that are getting pushed in. And they're the ones who can't respond. Or who don't wish to respond because they don't wish to look into this fight. Though they know that Skylark is up here by himself.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, bounty!
Or DD on Madara. Or is it going to go into Thug? It's going to go into Thug, I suppose.
I'll take that.
Well, Mousesports in a good position right now to apply a lot of pressure onto Penta and potentially take more towers as well. A Blast is going to find Pablo, it's going to connect even. He's going to TP out with the Glimmer Cape and it's going to be safe. Sentry would have been in range, but there was nothing to stop it. The Reaper, of course, but he's never going to make it on time. Well, what is Penta waiting for? Likely going to wait for a couple more items for them to fight the Hurricane Pike at least. I mean, this Draw Ranger has not been finding a lot of farm at all. Mousesports in a very strong position. They're playing it very patiently. They know they don't have to overextend. They know they can just, you know, sit back, farm a little bit, farm a bunch more items. Just, you know, build on their advantage. And Penta are the ones that are pressured. They're the ones that feel pressured for sure. They're doing a good job as well, pushing out the waves, but that's pretty much all they can do right now. they don't have a lot of pick-off potential just yet because everybody on Mousesports' side is rather tanky. Maybe a support like the Kunkka just now. They do have the Orchid as well with the damage, and they know that nobody's really close, but the Potom with the ultimate, well, and them being next to the tier 3 certainly discourages them, and Potom is come in with the DD as well, does have the Diffusal Blade. They don't know she's there, and there we go. That could have been an easy kill, almost. And, oh, that's the aggressive Reaper side. That taunt, I love that taunt. Reaper Scythe, of course, just keeping it in place. Doesn't get the kill, but they still, I mean, they still get the kill. Not with the Reaper, but doesn't really matter. Unfortunately for Mousesports, they can't really push it into any tower just yet. Again, Penta are doing a really good job of pushing out the waves, and the tier 1 was very far for them, of course. So for them, not really any tower in range. Oh, Madara. They ping out the Draw Ranger. Arrow's not going to connect, and with that, Madara should know. Actually, didn't even see the arrow. I don't think he did. But of course, Oliver disengages now. Oh. Oh. Madara still finds Pablo, but Pablo with his Glimmer Cape. This Glimmer Cape has been worth it, man. Has paid off a lot. Smoke up now for Mousesports. Looks like they want to look for a kill here. They did just purchase a bunch of items, and Spirit Breaker's gonna, well, he's gonna be the target. Yeah, that's a good pickup for Mousesports, but of course it's not the target that they wanted, but still good enough. And since the creep wave is so close to the tier 2, finally they can take the tower as well, on top of it. Well, Mousesports in a very good position. Let's look at the net worth. Net worth, it's only 2k, but again, they're also behind, what, 2 towers, I guess? Actually, only 1 tower now. Huh. I expected it to be a little bit higher. But experience is where they're leading by a lot. And, oh, maybe next time. Only gets silenced up, nothing to cancel the TP. Good reaction from him. Yeah, I mean, Penta has sort of accepted that they can't really push the issue or force the issue or push any towers right now, so they're falling back into this farming behavior, but I'm not sure that actually favors them. If you look at Mousesports' side, I mean, they're farming up a lot of crucial items. I assume there's going to be Manta Style next onto Thug, and, you know, when they have those items up, it's going to be really difficult for Penta to take them down, and Mousesports, they can now look towards those tower pushes. Yeah, that's an easy tier 1 for them to take. Potentially even the tier 2 next as well. They don't really feel scared, and that's scary for Penta. Though again, it is a bit annoying if you're Mousesports. The fact that Penta is just pushing out every other lane feels very annoying, really. Looks like Madara might just look for a bait here, but I think it's a little bit obvious that he's just farming this aggressively. I doubt Penta would react to this. But, I mean, for Mousesports, you're fine. Either you bait and force a fight and get a hero kill, or you take the tier 2. Though, as I say that, they're retreating because I guess they're still scared. I mean, yeah, I guess they don't really see anybody except for the Prophet. And seeing the Prophet doesn't really do too much, does it? Let's look at the vision here from both sides. Prophet being a nuisance on the top lane, and yeah, I believe with that, Mousesports is just going to push this tower now with this wave. A lot of pinks coming out, and looks like the TP is coming out from the Pugna as well. Pugna has to be careful, doesn't get scattered out, and the charge is going to come through into Thug. Oh, CK has to be careful. Life Drain, a lot of damage, but that was a Spirit Breaker at some point. With the illusions, of course, that's an easy kill. Does Penta really want to look for a fight here? They don't have the vision here to look for one, that's for sure. Pablo has to be careful not to get caught out. Oh, there's a blink. Buyback from the Spirit Breaker, in fact. It looks like they do want to look for a fight. There's a silence onto Thug, who's charged up. It's Thug as well. X marks the spot onto the Rubik. Prophecy in the backline gets caught out. Boogie dies immediately. Very bad positioning from him, and the Spirit Breaker with the Nether Strike doesn't really deal a lot of damage. And with the Torrent Boat, that's not a dead Spirit Breaker, but they deter Penta from looking for more. Yeah, questionable decision making for Penta to look for a fight there. Yeah, the CK ultimate was out, but they didn't really have any control over their own jungle. I mean, that ward was just placed just now, basically. So, I don't know. Felt a little bit forced. I think for them, in their head, you know, they've been sort of behind for quite a bit now, and they kind of wanted to pull it back. They had a couple of items now, so they maybe felt really strong with the Shadow Blade and Oliver, for example, but I don't know, I don't agree with this choice. Maybe they can look for a fight soon with the Agams and the Pugna. But they need to find a good fight where they can outnumber their opponents first. The CK is very difficult to deal with. He can be very disruptive in fights because they can't burst him down either. I guess they can if they, you know, they Cripify, life drain him and whatever, but that's like a very ideal scenario. And even then, he would have to have his Mantis Style on cooldown.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Last outer tower just casually taken. Looks like Penta want to push high ground. Alright. Or at least they're posturing themselves up in the enemy jungle. In the meantime though, Mousesports look towards Roshan. That one has cheese. And Penta is not even aware that this is going down. Are there any more noteworthy items coming out? Almost a Shadow Blade on the Prophet. We have Blink Force Staff on Skylark for ultimate mobility. We have almost the Mantis Style on Thug. And well, that's basically it. Skylark blinking in aggressively. I mean, the pings are coming out, and there's a charge coming through as well, but the question is, can they really get this kill? With the silence, certainly. Sentry on top of it as well. Sprout is going to keep him in place for a little bit, but nope. They cannot get this kill. Not without the charge. And in fact... Oh, what's happening? Oh, well. That was... Oh, Pablo. They do have a sentry there, and that's a dead Pablo, isn't it? No Reaper Scythe? No Reaper Scythe. Well, yeah. Looks like Mousesports are looking for a fight. They just don't want to give them any more. And why should they? They have Aegis, they have cheese. They still have the Reaper Scythe with smart of Skylark to hold on to it. If they find anybody, they can delete him in a second. And Penta know it. That's why they're inside their own base. But the arrow is going to scout out. And it's actually going to connect onto Pugna as well. Can they follow up with it? Yeah, there's a blink from MNT with the AA Blast with the ultimate on... Oh, the boat is going to connect. It's a dead Pugna. Buys back immediately. But Draw Ranger falls. Has to buy back as well, right? Right? That was so much damage from the CK. And, well, there's no way they could ever take this fight without the Draw Ranger. Oh, arrows not going to connect. CK. Great reaction from Mousesports, by the way, to follow up onto that arrow into that base. Oh, charge onto 3. Spirit Breaker just gets deleted again? He doesn't have buyback. He's dead for 40 seconds, and looks like Penta just going to give up their own base. They're not going to be able to trade either. Boogie certainly cannot push this base just by himself. TP is already coming back in, and Mousesports getting a melee Rex for free, getting, what, 3 kills in total as well. Bottom lane Boogie gets pinged out, but doesn't get caught out. Just great execution. Following up on that arrow, that very stray arrow, of course, but an arrow nonetheless. And then the CK exploiting the fact that Draw Ranger was just underestimating his range, of course, with the Blink Reality Rift. Well, CK doubling the net worth of his opponents, or doubling, yeah, of a single hero, of course, but still, this is very difficult for Penta to come back from. Do we even dare look at Grof's? Ooh, 15k in experience. Alright, let's take a bet. Net worth is going to be That's even... Oh, 18. Oh my god. This is brutal. Oh, it's actually still 15. Never mind. 15 in net worth as well. Well, this is not pretty. How does Penta come back from this? Can they come back from this? I mean, this... You know, it's always possible. This is Dota after all, but it's not easy for sure. Thug, this is a way to come back into this with a kill into Thug. The Nether Strike, is it going to go through? It is. And do they have enough damage? That's a question. He's... Oh, well, they do, but this was just the Aegis. Support is already coming back in. There's an X on to 9. 9 cannot afford to die. He doesn't have a buyback. If he dies here, he's not going to be available for the next fight. And if they force the issue now, they can push high ground without the Pugna available. 60 seconds on the sidelines. Boogie and Oliver are already doing their best at pushing out the side lane, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough for them. All mid lane, they find Pablo. Do they have this? They do. The dust. There used to be a Rubik there. Bottom lane looks like Skylark himself might just be enough here to keep them in line. Nope, not going to be enough. But TPs are coming in. Reaper's side onto the Nature's Prophet. Does get the kill, and Oliver is just going to commit to this melee Rax, it seems, and he's not even focusing the other heroes. In fact, just wants this melee Rax. Blast is going to connect as well with the cold feed. Oliver's just going to go down. He does have buyback, but looks like they're just going to lose the Spirit Breaker as well. Nature's Prophet, can he even get to the range? No, he's not going to get the Rax. Not going to get the Rax. They're going to lose their own base, and they're not... Well, yeah, they did get the Rax. Never mind. I guess it was... No, that was never worth it. Double buyback, but this is going to be GG. There's nothing Penta can do at this stage anymore. This CK is unstoppable. Cannot even get the Mirana at this stage. Oh, the scythe is going to hold him in place at least. Oliver's dead. Die back. That is GG. Mousesports is going to advance 2-1. Penta. I mean, to be fair, when they were pushing... I think they already knew that this was very close to being over anyway. Pugna was dead, they were going to lose a set of Rax. And after that it was going to be incredibly difficult to come back, so I cannot blame them for this, but still... very rough for Mousesports, very rough for Penta, but Mousesports, incredible performance in this game, incredible performance in Game 1. Game 2 was a bit shaky, of course, but, well, they came back from that performance and showed us why they were the favorites going into this game, and also why they're the favorites probably in this qualifier. So, again, this is the upper bracket semifinals, meaning that Penta still has another chance. They will face off against, let me just quickly check, I believe they will face off against Team Doggy, I believe. No, that shouldn't be it. It might be it. I'm not sure if they're going to swap it around or not. It's either Team Doggy or Tuho. I'll try and look it up later. But this was only the first best of 3. We have another semi-finals coming up. It is Hellraisers versus Team Kinguin. So stay tuned for that one.